Oh my God. It's weird getting old, right?
I mean, there's one thing I've noticed recently that really just annoys me about getting old.
Impotence? Me too, right? Am I right, guys?
Yeah, I can't get it up anymore.
Wait, what?
I can still get it up pretty well.
Well, what?
Not as many times in a day, I'll tell you that much. But every time, like, I know you don't go on Facebook at all ever anymore, right?
I barely socialize on the networks.
I feel like every other day, you know, there's like a Gawker article that people are posting and bitching about, like something closing from their childhood. Often a record store. People writing under it. Well, I guess the last bastion of my childhood is gone. I'm like, did you really think a fucking record store was going to survive, dude? When's the last time you bought a record?
You don't feel sad about when certain places close, at least here in the city?
Like, I guess,
Well,
but I
you
know
know,
when
do you
places
like
are going to go out of business, like, you could kind of tell. And if something's like a shitty, like, business model, like, what the fuck
Man,
do I
you are
care?
one libertarian asshole.
Yeah.
Look, when Pearl Paint... All right, this is strictly
Oh, yeah,
for...
that was one.
This is strictly for New York City people, and if you're not from New York City, I apologize.
But I mean, people from other cities, I mean, gentrification just
No, but I'm about
changes to the city,
I'm about
cities happen
to
everywhere.
make some very specific points here. Pearl Paint in New York City down in Canal Street, when they announced that was
for
closing, I found that... What?
Yeah, that was rough.
I found that said like, damn, Pearl Paint's been there forever. J&R down on like down in the financial district, that's closing. I don't know if they're reopening, but
No, they shutting that whole shit down.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
but all right,
going out,
Pearl
man.
Paint was a four-story. It was a four-story art store.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
paint-
it was
yeah.
like the only place. It was the only place I think in the city that was that big, and it had everything. Like
Yeah.
if you had to do like shit for college, I had a couple friends in Staten Island come with
Did you
me
have
to
to
go
do
get shit.
arts and crafts for college?
Yeah, for the cinema class and shit. We had to build fucking stuff for the mise en scene and all that.
Gray's Papaya closing down over on 6th Ave.
Yeah, that was upsetting to me.
Well, that had-
See,
yeah, we at
some
that
people
age.
like records as much as you like hot dogs.
Yeah, but I wasn't that. I would never have been like, oh my God, my childhood is gone. Grace Papaya is gone. It's like, oh my God, you can't get good Molly anymore. You don't see me being upset about that. How come I can't get a nick of regs? What's wrong with this
Are
city?
these the only things you're nostalgic for?
That's what that is.
How come there's no more prostitutes to throw water balloons at on my corner?
That's a good thing. That there aren't any more
Backpage.com.
prostitutes.
Well, maybe that's why I don't get nostalgic, because I really didn't have that great of a
You
childhood.
were just a grumpy old
How come there's no
motherfucker.
crack vials on the floor anymore, guys? Huh? Back in my day,
Is this why you didn't like being at that party with young kids?
where's the stray dogs? Huh? How
They
come there's no
got
stray
those.
dogs
Well,
around?
They got stray cats now. You see a lot of that shit in Queens.
There's stray cats everywhere.
Yeah, but the stray
that-
dogs would be eating them.
Did they used to do that? Thought that was like an urban legend.
No, definitely.
Really? Wow.
I haven't seen a fucking stray pit bull in gotta be
You probably go to
2
East
decades.
I heard in East New York, you see like wild shit, like mixed wolf dogs and shit like that. Crazy up in East New York.
I think it was in Bed-Stuy, like, I don't know, 12 years ago or something. And they were wild. There was straight up wild dogs. There was
Yeah.
like 3 dogs just running around like fucking, no one owns these dogs.
Probably DMX just let him loose. Probably owed him. He's like, fuck it. Go be free.
Smoking a big fat rock. Just fucking, all right, I gotta get these guys out of here.
Shit, man.
Too high for this. Too high to deal with these dogs.
But yeah, I don't know. Just something about like just the I understand the city's going through a transition. Things are gonna fucking change. Like
Yeah, we at that age where shit we used to do is no longer cool or fucking going out of
Like
business.
what,
And a lot of
Johnny?
people we love are gonna die.
Yeah.
That's just the age we at.
I'm just saying, there's no arcades anymore. God damn it! Why isn't there any arcades?
That's
Why?
kind
Because
of
it's a
infuriating.
shitty business model. Same as a record store.
You don't like arcades? Fucking, oh, Jesus, I can't even talk. Elizabeth Street.
Nah, that one I think went out. The one
No,
in
they
Chinatown?
brought it back. The one in Chinatown they brought
Oh,
back.
they did?
They did a
Nice.
documentary about the
my-
comeback of it.
awesome.
But now it looks like a Dave and Buster's inside. It
I
doesn't have like
think-
the old school
Really?
games.
I
Yeah, it
think
doesn't look.
Dave
I mean, it
and
doesn't look
Buster's
like that.
is
But there's a
one
lot
of
of the ticket games. It's not the
Yeah,
same as it used to be.
technically that's like one of the last arcades and the shit out in that bar in Brooklyn. It's an arcade.
Yeah, they got
bar.
barcades.
Barcade.
I mean,
Yeah.
they'll pop up here and there.
That's about it.
There's like a couple
You
of
got
like
the
pinball
online gaming and
places.
shit, you good. I
But
guess.
that's what I'm saying. The same with record stores, online music. Like
Yeah, but if you a DJ,
the thing
it's
about
kind
Grace
of a
Papaya
fucking
is
crimp.
they opened Papaya King across the street and they sold French fries.
Yeah, that's
Grace
kind
Papaya didn't sell French fries. They just sold hot dogs and papaya juice. You got a place across the street that sells burgers and fries and hot dogs and papaya juice. You're fucked.
Nathan's almost went out of business a couple years back. No,
Not the Nathan's at Coney Island.
not that one, right?
No.
Yeah, so you're just saying survival of the fittest. Who cares about quality or fucking goodness?
Is a record store really quality? When's
Yeah.
the last time you bought a record? Should they just stay in business and somebody sit in there and make no money?
It's an
like even
awesome
if their
job.
rent went away, would a person that worked there make enough money to survive and eat food and pay the rent at their home.
What most people
With just
used
the
to
record
work-
store existing. Should it become a record automat
They used to
just
be
so
like-
the store can be there? Like, how do you want it to work?
There used to be like a demographic about how old you could be to work. Like it used to be like most teenagers' first job working in a fucking record store or video fucking rental
The
place.
record store has a human element to the fucking purchasing of music.
You could bag
I know
holes in a
you
record
don't
store,
like
son.
music. You're fucking crazy, and you.
Yeah, I don't think you like any music actually.
So maybe
I've never
that's
heard-
why you
Not
have no
true.
connection
What
to
do you
a
like?
record store and talking to a fucking weird guy at a record store to suggest to you music to
And
listen
some
to.
shit
No,
you
no,
never
I
heard
get
of.
what you're saying. You get the same thing at a comic store or anything like that.
Look, Colony Records closed. That was 2 blocks down from Sirius, and that place was ridiculous. That place has been there forever.
But
and
what do you
They
think
just
is going to...
shut it
But I'm
down.
just saying, what do you think is going to happen? Like,
It's going to turn into an Olive Garden, and that's depressing.
Yeah.
but how,
You
but
don't
how
find
many
that
times
depressing?
is a record store or a comic store or any of these things going to go out of business and you're going to be incredibly sad about it? They're mediums that don't make money anymore in a physical form.
Do you understand that people have connections to these things? Because human beings have fucking emotions.
No,
and
I
that-
don't understand that.
Well, then you're being an
You
asshole.
guys are all
then, so
sounding
I
like
can't have a
facts.
conversation with
they
you.
can't all fucking hang out with 22-year-olds trying to bang and shit. Though if you wanted to, you could. That fucking record store would be the place to do it, not be a creep. Just saying.
Okay.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you.
Ah man,
I'm trying to talk sense into a guy that hangs out with fucking kids in middle school.
that's what I'm saying.